I could stay awake just to watch Noob-Noob sleeping.
Wait, what?
Open up his mouth and start peeing.
The fuck?
Pull it out from betwixt his butt cheeks.
Whoa!
Finish on his back end. Slap a sheet up on him. Then he can run around just like Superman.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Welcome to OrkU.
what?
Our reviews will kill you. The review show that reviews anything and everything. And I am the man they know as Z. And that magical performance is brought to you by the one, the only, Scott Keebler.
I think I want to talk like this the entire episode. Because that's not annoying at all.
Barely annoying.
Just barely annoying.
Barely. And then there's the subject of his lust, the Noob-Noob.
Yeah, I don't feel safe anymore. Like, what the fuck was that?
Just look at yourself.
No, I don't want to look at myself. I don't want to look at Scott in my bed either.
Look,
Your stores are full of ugly customers.
I feel ugly just talking to you.
Vile.
Gross.
Icky.
Putrid.
Gunky.
Bad looking. Ugly.
Are you gonna find a new way
Jeez,
to
you
kill
took
the
that horse out.
Took that horse out hardcore.
Jesus. That was brutal. Brutal.
No
I-
quarter.
I need an adult.
Mommy! So what's on the docket today, Noob-Noob?
A restraining order from Scott. Amongst other things, we have some news. That's my eternal screaming whenever I picture Scott in my room. Transformers, robots might be in disguise on Earth.
Really?
Potentially, yeah.
Again, we're still talking about these.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then Star Trek is having some success on CBS All Access, and maybe it's getting balder now. Who knows? Then I don't know why Saul is being rebooted, and it's being rebooted by someone that probably has no business rebooting. But still, Kanye West is he's doing stuff. He really needs to get run over by a truck. And then Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. Is he going to be Indy forever? Who knows? Who's going to replace him? Not sure.
Isn't he like 80?
He's pretty old, but he can get blown up in a. What did he do in The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? That's the best one, by the way.
You're smoking, aren't
Yes,
you?
I am smoking.
We told you to quit. It's not healthy for you.
Then we have a bunch of reviews that I saw because I actually do work for this show, unlike some other people. John Wick, the third one, Parabellum, which coincidentally, I'll tell you what that means. It's Latin.
You sure you know what it means?
I'm pretty sure well, now I'm second guessing
He's
it.
60% sure that he's absolutely correct.
Brightburn.
I know exactly what it means. So
Well, we'll see if I'm right. Yeah, Brightburn, that was pretty cool.
Because it's burning.
Then
Superman.
we got some Netflix stuff. Catch-22. That's not Netflix. That's Hulu, but it's got George Clooney, and he used to be on ER. Wandering Earth. That made a
another
lot-
thing you didn't see because
Yeah.
I do so much work for this show.
I see the
don't
real
know.
stuff. You watch some weird imported shit. Lucifer season 4. I watched Tom Ellis be shirtless a lot in that. So yeah, how about that? He is gorgeous. God damn, I so want to go gay for him. But yeah, those are the things.
Yeah, we're also going to take one of those away and we're going to throw in a review for Bonding on Netflix.
Oh yes, we had a special guest.
Have
a special guest.
Time
Yes, we're
travel.
having a special guest. He's in Scott's truck right now, tied up. Coincidentally enough.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, but he gave consent. Maybe. So yeah.
it's the news.
Friends, I have good news for you today.
I love giving blowjobs. I turned the page wrong. Hold on. We're getting to it, people. We're getting to it. I'm disguising what the news is, just like the Transformers. are apparently in real life. There's a Decepticon among us, and his name is Starscream. Someone.
You literally know nothing about this.
No.
This story,
I
do
know
you?
enough, though. There's a Transformer. His name is Starscream. He follows Megalodon and Megatron.
Megalodon.
He follows the
Isn't that
Megalodon
a
shark.
shark?
I know that the actual plane that Starscream is an F-15C.
That's a Ford truck, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. But yeah, apparently someone painted their plane exactly like Starscream, and people think there's a real Decepticon amongst us.
That is an abomination, and I will not accept it.
Really? Well, apparently, the U.S. Air Force Central Command website uploaded a pair of pictures showing off an F-15C Eagle with Decepticon symbols. People are saying Starscream's real.
I mean, I would love for Starscream to be real.
What country is this in?
You know what? I will have to go to the U.S. Air Force Command and see if I can find out. I don't know.
You should probably do your research before we start the episode.
You mean me? I don't do the news. I just tell you what I know.
Hey, news guy,
Hey, news asshole.
Yo, wow. Okay.
have you done your research?
No. Why would I do research?
Oh, it's in Southwest Asia on May 8th, 2019.
Swasia?
Asia.
Southwest Asia is Swasia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Starscream is Asian.
Is he, though? Is he? I mean, he really does have a Decepticon symbol on him. What is going on here? Why do they do this?
He is. That's why he works so much better.
Because he's a Decepticon?
Oh, no, that was an Asian joke, I think.
Oh, he works so much harder. Oh, wow. Look at me. I don't know what
They do
racist
everything-
stuff you jackasses are talking about.
They do everything better than Americans.
Okay. That's
Apparently, it's the U.S. Air Force. I don't know.
okay. Well, anyway, that's a thing.
So
Why is
beware,
there-
people. The Decepticons are real.
Why
Yeah.
is there an Asian plane in the U.S. Air Force?
I don't know.
Michael Bay's not there to fuck this one up, so maybe he's dangerous. So Star Trek has some success on the CBS.
Star Trek.
What was that?
That was the Decepticons blowing you up.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Gotcha.
They were blowing up your phone.
And Star Trek's getting balder with the who's Picard, by the way? They're bringing a
Captain Picard from
The
the
best
Next
captain.
Generation. The best captain there ever was.
Who played him? Patrick
Actually, there's
Swayze?
an argument over that.
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze, yes. Patrick
Yes.
Swayze played the ghost of Captain Picard.
Patrick Stewart?
Yes, there you go.
Sir Patrick Stewart, mind
There
you.
is an argument whether Picard or oh my gosh,
Professor Xavier?
I just blanked on the first captain.
James Tiberius Kirk.
Kirk, whether or not him or Kirk were the best. One of them was smarter. The other one had sex with way more women and aliens.
And you're not sure
Lots
which?
of alien sex.
I'm pretty sure that was
Pretty
obvious,
sure that
the
was
answer
Kirk.
to that.
Kirk
Yeah.
had plenty.
Kirk
of
had
alien
sex with multiple green aliens.
And then in Next Generation, they had Riker, who decided to have sex with all the aliens. He also could not sit in a seat properly.
Yeah, I remember
The
we talked
Riker
about that.
sit.
The
Always
Riker
go
sit
back to
down.
the Riker sit. Actually, I think I need a new chair in the studio so I can do the Riker sit whenever we come into studio.
Well, you know, when your balls hang that low, you gotta step over.
I'll tell you what, I was mixed feelings about this, about Picard coming back and them doing another Star Trek series with him because they screwed things up royally with the last iteration of Star Trek, whatever.
Which one? Discovery?
Discovery.
Did you watch Discovery?
No.
Apparently, season 2 has corrected all of the
Oh, I
problems.
hope so because I'm not getting to get that far. But I saw a teaser of this Picard
And
series.
he goes, Picard who?
I got chills, dude.
Really?
I got
I
chills.
love Patrick Stewart. He is a fantastic actor, but he's like 89 years
He's
old.
still- and he's still just as sharp
Kicking
as he
it.
was back then. He's still just good. And he's amazing.
Oh.
He's self-deprecating. He's funny. He's got a sense of humor. He's got all
Sexy
his
as
facilities about him. Like this dude's amazing. And he's still best friends with Sir Ian McKellen. I mean, these guys are just amazing. But I saw the trailer and it's just a voiceover of somebody else and they're talking about, you know,
Pickard.
everything was good, and then you decide to leave. Why did you decide to leave? And it just is a close-up of Picard's face, and he looks up at camera. He doesn't say anything. It just gave me chills. It was awesome. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Are you really going to get CBS streaming to watch this?
You have to do that? You can't just get it through, like, CBS on cable?
No.
Nope.
No, that's
CBS
bullshit.
All Access.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Why is it not on Hulu?
Because it's CBS All Access.
Maybe it
So they
will?
did not join the Hulu deal,
So
although Fox owns
So
like.
is this the only way they'll be able to see is the CBS All Access?
Yep.
Yes.
If that's the case, then I'm not going to see it because that is bullshit.
I think what else is on? Isn't Outer Limits on there? The not Keegan Michael Keel. Who's Peel?
Peel.
No.
Keegan, Mike, and Peel.
No. Fucking
Key and Peele.
Kegels, Mike,
Keegan
and
Michael
Peels.
Key and Mr. McPeel.
No. The guy who directed Us.
Marty McDougal.
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Oh, you made me remember that piece of shit.
Jordan Peele.
Banana Peel.
Doesn't he direct? He's directing Outer Limits
I don't know.
and the
pretty
Twilight Zone. He redid the Twilight
on
Zone.
CBS streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So the only way you'll be
Sure.
able to get CBS streaming is to pay for CBS streaming.
Yes.
I'm writing a strongly worded letter here.
Viewers, we
you know
will
what?
do our best to get our hands on
No,
those.
this is ridiculous. I'm writing a strongly worded letter. Or you know what? Since someone in this room is already stealing both my Hulu and my DC Universe, maybe they can stay for fucking.
Hey, me.
Maybe they can pay for the CBS fucking package.
Maybe.
Maybe someone else in this room could pony up some goddamn money for
Yeah.
fucking stealing the streaming services that other of us have.
Even though you're all
people's
stealing
alcohol.
my alcohol, my power, and my cable,
You volunteered.
and my online services.
We could do this at my house every time, but you volunteer. You're like, no, this is easier with my computers. We'll just keep doing it here at my place.
You better put on
Is that
One
the way
Punch
it
Man
works?
after this, too. I need to catch up.
Does that work? Is that the way this works?
Yeah.
At least as far as I could tell.
So we'll see. We'll see. So what's next?
Then Saul is being rebooted by Chris
Why?
Rock.
Chris Rock.
I don't know, A, why Chris Rock is doing this, and
He's a
B,
huge
why
fan.
Saul is being rebooted, because Saul sucks. It does suck now.
Does Saul suck? Did
Saul
you see
sucks.
Saul?
See,
Did you see Saul?
Did you
I
see
see Saul.
Says see Saul sucks.
See, yes.
So
You know,
you
Chester
see Saul.
Bennington was in one of the Saws,
He was. He got killed by like a car.
and then he killed himself.
Z, did you see Saul?
Oh, of course I see Saw.
Noob-Noob, do you see Saul?
Yes, I see Saul
Do you
all
like
over.
to see Saul? We can see Saul later.
At the seashore.
You want to Superman see
See
Saul?
Saw Sally. Sally?
Seriously,
Shelley?
Saul 1, 2, 3 were great, and then they just go
Saul,
completely
Sally,
shit.
Seashore, Sally.
How many Saws are there? 13?
Fuck if I know. Because they stopped naming them the normal way.
Oh, if you count the Jigsaw movie.
'Cause
Noob-Noob.
it's like Jigsaw, Saul 3D, Saul 40, 70, 2D, Pickles.
Noob-Noob.
What?
Hold your tongue and say, my daddy works at the shipyard.
What? Why?
I'm not doing
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing
And he
nope.
cleans up all the ashes.
Okay, not going to do that.
And he cleans up all the asses.
Do I really got to Google this?
Yeah.
Christ.
You're a bitch.
Oh, noob.
Noob-Noob.
So useless.
You
Saul
really are
movies.
so useless.
In order.
How about Saw franchise?
Why are we so... While we're waiting for this...
Saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and then Jigsaw. Oh, okay.
So there's only 8. 8 is great.
More than there needs to be. It could've
Well,
just
now there's going to be
ended here.
9.
Could've
Or
ended
they're just going
here.
to reboot it from 1.
I don't, because the guy, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
I just know Chris Rock is a huge fan. He loves puzzles and torturing people.
Well,
How did Chris Rock get into this? Chris Rock's a comedian.
He's
he
a
does-
huge fan.
He does shit with The Rock. I mean, there's nothing that he
doesn't-
does that...
He doesn't do anything with The Rock.
I'm more okay.
Oh, yeah, that's Kevin
That's
Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
other guy.
You racist
Yeah,
fuck.
that's that other black guy.
Oh my god! Wow.
I got him mixed up again.
Oh,
It
it feels
happens.
good
I
not
can't
to be
help
the
it.
racist one.
yeah. For now. For
For this
now.
moment.
Speaking of crazy black people, though, Kanye West. See, I'm more okay with
Kanye's not crazy.
Kanye. Needs to just be
He
ran
is
over.
a
What do you mean? He's a genius.
fucking...
Kanye West is fucking stupid. Yes, he scoops dee dee whoop. He needs to scoop
He's
AIDS.
challenging you.
He needs to scoop AIDS into his mouth and die.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does. He's gonna ruin Rick and Morty
No, he's gonna write an episode of Rick and Morty.
and
I
ruin
hope.
Rick and Morty.
He's a huge Rick and Morty fan, and
That's the audio bite I forgot to get for this episode.
Way to fuck up. Oh bother.
oh yeah,
I can't focus with this fucking song.
Morty.
This is genius. This is the
It's
genius.
Rick and Morty.
This is the genius that
We're gonna invite Kanye West.
We're going to Bendigo, Morty.
We're gonna go to Bendigo. We're gonna pick up Kanye, and he's gonna write an episode for us, Morty. It's gonna be genius. Morty, it's gonna be genius. Oh, jeez, Rick, I don't know if Kanye's gonna be. It's a brilliant. He's gonna kill both of us,
So I'm gonna see
Morty.
real fast. This is what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something that's not a fucking ad.
Okay.
I don't
well,
know.
moving
Well,
on. You lost your time.
Announcement to make. Morty, do you want to make the announcement or? No. I don't want to. I don't want to make the announcement. All right. Okay. I'll do it. Everybody, Rick and Morty is back. Brand new season 4 in November 2019. This year. We're gonna do it this year, 2019. Man, I can't believe we're back. We're gonna be back. I mean, in 2019 of November. That's right. We're gonna be back.
Yeah, Morty. I prefer Bushworld, Rick and Morty at this
So
point.
the clickbait sites are like, they released a cryptic trailer to tease their season. Like, there's nothing cryptic about that.
it
That was
wasn't even
just
that funny.
But yeah, so yeah, they're back.
Well, what's his name? Justin Roiland is not allowed to ad-lib. He's just not that funny. I hate to say it.
No, he's not.
If he doesn't have,
Good writing.
yeah,
kind of like a skit about a stormtrooper in
kind of like a skit about a stormtrooper.
yeah.
If the writing's not there,
just went downhill.
the voice acting is fabulous.
Voice acting
but
was great.
well-
spot on.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Clearly, we tried and we fucked it up.
Did not work.
Yeah.
The force it rises.
No, yeah, that time has passed.
Yeah, we're not going.
Put it down, Bane.
But it rises.
No, it doesn't. You need a blue pill to get it to rise. So yeah, the last piece of news is Indiana Jones. Is anyone ever going to replace Harrison Ford, or is he just going to wheelchair his way around another 4
Well,
movies?
according to Harrison Ford, he says when he dies, Indiana Jones dies. That no one should ever replace him. They shouldn't reboot it, and they can go pound
They're
sand.
probably going to
I
reboot
think,
it eventually.
what's his name should do it? The
Brendan
guy-
Fraser?
No, the one. oh
Shia
my God,
LaBeouf?
no,
Shia LaBeouf.
Brendan Fraser from The Mummy as the new Indiana Jones.
Well, isn't that
Would
exactly
actually work,
what he
which is exactly
tried
what it
to
is.
do?
But actually, I think that would work.
Yeah, but Brendan Fraser was his own character.
I
They
think
weren't the same.
It should. Oh, I just blanked on the dude's name. The guy who they were saying, the black guy who's going to be the new 007. The English
Idris
guy.
Elba.
Idris Elba. He should
Idris
be.
Elba?
Yes, he should be 007 and James Bond. And
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Because 007 and James
And-
Bond
and Sherlock Holmes.
and 006, he could be Trevelyan too.
yes.
And he could
And
be
Sherlock
Trevelyan
Holmes.
Strain.
And Captain Picard.
and
Kirk.
Yes, you need
So,
to
yeah.
signal your own fail on that.
Wrong one.
There you go.
There it is. Took me a second to find.
Way to go there, Scott.
But yeah, that about wraps up the news, and then we just got some lovely reviews to do.
Lovable review.
Yeah. So
Was that what you're waiting for?
I was. Just giving it a moment to breathe.
See, I told you I'd have the fucking bitch trained.
You know what?
He's waiting for certain cues now.
Yeah.
The training
You really
has
should
come
pay
along
attention when people make you drink,
beautifully.
Scott. Just saying.
Quiet, you little bitch.
Oh my God, I will pour my balls on your computer.
Yeah, that's not how this. That's not how
That's
this.
not how balls
relationship
work.
Works.
That's not how balls work.
That's
Well,
not how this relationship works, my little sub.
okay. So I saw a couple of movies recently. One of which, Brightburn. That was pretty good, actually. It was kind of fucked up. More fucked up than I thought it was going to be, gory wise. But
I heard it was very gory.
Yeah, Yeah, well, I mean, it's James Gunn, so I should have expected it.
He
but,
didn't do anything other than produce it. Why does James Gunn get so much credit for this?
Because James Gunn's awesome.
He didn't do anything other than produce it. He didn't direct it. He didn't write it. His brother wrote it. So
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh, no shit. How about
Yeah,
that?
that's because
The brother who's in Guardians of the Galaxy? That brother?
That's a good question. Yeah.
We don't really need to find that out. Anyway, so Brightburn,
Just a note for you later,
you
bitch.
maybe... Oh, yeah.
Just so you don't
bitch.
forget.
Yes, I totally will forget. So Brightburn, critic consensus, let's see on the tomato meter. The tomato meter actually 59%, audience score 73%. Critic consensus, although Brightburn doesn't fully deliver on the pitch black promise of its setup, it's still enough to offer a diverting subversion of the superhero genre. That's fair.
It's not. It's Brian Gunn and Mark Gunn. So he has lots of brothers.
Yeah, the Gunn family.
And it was not the one who plays, who's the body double for...
Daddy Gunn
the
was just
little
loading
raccoon.
bullets in Mommy, that's for sure.
Apparently.
Yes. But yeah, essentially it's very simple concept. It's evil Superman as a child.
So here's the one interesting thing that I've heard about this movie, and you'll have to confirm it for me, is that this movie really takes the Man of Steel, it's a reflection on the Man of Steel version of Superman versus the Donner version of Superman, because if you watch the original, well, the Man of Steel version, you know, the whole concept is that he comes up as a kid and he has these powers. He's bullied, and he has a lot of control because he could easily have killed those kids. It's interesting too because there's a scene where he gets his X-ray vision in Man of Steel, and psychologists actually use that scene to show parents if your autistic child has an episode. That scene in Superman or in Man of Steel is actually what they use to describe, like, this is what your child's going through. There's too much input. They can't understand.
Oh, so that's kind of like when they have like the YouTube thing where like, this is what schizophrenic people hear. This is in order for everyone else to get a feeling of what is going on in their world.
So they'll show that to parents of children with autism to understand. So it's
wait,
Clark hiding in a closet,
X-ray vision?
yelling. Yes, they do. Autistic kids have X-ray vision. Duh.
Oh my God.
You just realized that?
That's amazing.
So anyway, the parallels
I was
between
about to
those.
say something horrible.
I know
but
you were.
Really
So
stopped.
the point is,
I caught myself on that one.
is that his parents in Man of Steel teach him control and teach, their family loves him to a point like where his father's willing to sacrifice himself, not only because he says the world's not ready for Superman, but maybe Superman's not ready for the world, where he has like some maturing to do because he has so much power. So that's where they're saying Brightburn is a reflection of Man of Steel versus some of the other ones, because they're talking about a child who grows up with these powers who does not have the same level of maybe like parenting or control that the Cavill Superman has.
That's when Superman, they always go into the storyline that it was his parents, the Clarks, that made Superman what he was, and they go back to that multiple times. And this literally was just this could have been one bad day on the Clark Ranch.
And that's the concept. So do they execute that mirror properly there, Noob-Noob?
Well, look at you being able to read a Screen Rant article like a good boy.
Screen Rant article? You
that
kidding
was
me?
I read that before this episode started. You regurgitated a Screen Rant thing.
That's nonsense, because I
Yeah.
came up with that concept before I even see Brightburn.
What was that?
Even
You getting a
if
little
that-
flush there?
Noob, even if that actually happened, your job is to keep your fucking mouth shut, because that's the same thing that
We here don't like to plagiarize
You're-
or steal voices.
That's not plagiarizing.
What's that game website that you listen to?
Put down the Twinkie. Did you
IGN?
lose?
IGN, because that's exactly what they do. They plagiarize the shit out of everything.
Well, yeah.
They just don't call each other out on their bullshit.
Well, we
Not to
here-
mention-
Maybe Noob.
We here-
That's
OrkU.
pretty basic analysis of Man of Steel.
You're a pretty basic analysis of your
Just
face.
like we talked about
You're
how
pretty-
people use the Hulk when they're talking to when they talk to children about how they arrange their emotions.
Great.
It's the same basic psychology.
Look at you being a professor.
So congratulations, Noob-Noob.
You should.
Regurgitated some bullshit from Screen Rant.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Where
Where
I already did some analysis.
No, you didn't.
Of everyone here, Noob-Noob, you're a fucking parrot. Like, if anyone's regurgitating shit in this room, it's you.
I think you're the one
That's
who's
all you do.
regurgitating shit. That's you.
I don't regurgitate shit. That's why I'm so fat.
You are
Exactly.
fat.
If I could regurgitate, I wouldn't be so fat.
If there's
It's
someone who
called
looks like
bulimia.
a tall bird and regurgitating on things, I'm pretty sure
would be
it's
Noob-Noob.
just Noob-Noob.
Yeah.
a sexy
You're like-
talon bird.
You're like a crackhead Big Bird.
Crack bird.
You're like if Big Bird had a heroin addiction, that would be you. Like
And
meth.
regurgitated all his
like,
food.
Like meth. Like they would be like meth bird.
not
Meth bird.
Not PCP or acid.
No, just meth.
Just crack. Straight up smoking crack.
And meth.
Crack
From a-
meth.
From a pipe.
Crackling meth.
Yes.
Yes, that's pretty
Like
much
popping
how it would
candy.
work.
Crackling meth. Anyway, so yes.
That's where all your teeth went.
to answer your fuck you. That's a sensitive topic for me.
You have teeth?
Yeah, I do.
You sure about that? Because I thought the meth took them all.
They're
You still have a tooth left?
okay. We're still going on with this.
Oh, we're going to.
I'm a good gummer.
Look at me smile. I want to see what color your tooth is.
Oh, look, he's
Wow.
got that one tooth.
That
look
It's
at
a little
I-
brown.
I'm gonna turn off
How
the fan.
did-
You're gonna sweat to death.
How do you eat corn on the cob?
I just gum it. Okay.
It's
yeah.
just one row at a time.
We gonna get to the reviews, or is this gonna be a 2-hour long episode?
I don't know. I asked you a question. You never answered it because
'Cause
you
you
started
keep
saying I
talking.
was regurgitating bullshit.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, I opened up a can of worms that I didn't really want. So,
But you know what? That one tooth, you can hook that worm and suck it right in.
oh
Right in.
my God, I will flick you right in the dick. So, to answer your question, 20 minutes ago that you stated, yes, it is kind of a parallel. The parents, so the mom is kind of like Martha Kent, but then the dad, not so much like Jonathan Kent.
So he won't give his life to
No, so
teach
like
his son a lesson.
yeah, so like the mother, super loving, caring, always believes the
So
best.
it's pretty much a deadbeat dad.
No, he's just
So it's
scared
basically
of
if
his powers.
If Superman was trying to be born and raised in Norristown.
Yes, yes, super reference for everyone that doesn't live in Norristown.
Doesn't live in Norristown.
But yeah, so like the dad is pretty much fearful of his powers, and then as things progress, that kind of turns on him.
So he doesn't actually just heat up cups of hot cocoa for his dad and hand them to him?
No, but it's essentially if Superman didn't have a conscience, is kind of how this goes.
And was like 10 years old.
They do dance around the subject a few times when you go through the comics and the cartoons and stuff like that. They have an alternate universe where
Yes.
Superman killed Lex Luthor and was the all out.
What's that
like,
video game?
Howard
Injustice
King.
Among Us?
Yeah,
Or
Justice Among Us.
yeah. Lois dies and he goes insane,
Yeah,
starts murdering
there was
everybody.
Justice League, Gods and Monsters was one of them. It was the Justice League Unlimited series that traveled with it. I mean, they have touched on it a few times. Even like one time when he was battling Doomsday, he finally said, "Now I can let loose," and just goes fucking ape shit on him.
Would you like to see a sequel?
Yes, because it would be interesting if where they left it, to see if they do it in the horror film style again.
So don't spoil it, but they did leave it open for a sequel.
Yes, it would be very drastically different from the predecessor, but yes, it
All
could
right.
have a sequel. There was I was not prepared for I cringed on 3 of the kills.
Is this like Saw style,
It's gory.
Gore?
Well, the one
or is it like the style gore where it's like, holy shit, I felt that in my leg. You know, like you could it's so aggressive. You
Like
can
when the
feel
dude
the pain.
cut his arm off in that movie.
Yeah. Like you can actually
Worse than that.
You have sympathetic
You didn't see that movie, so you even know what I'm talking
accessory
about.
or whatever.
Saw?
No, the movie.
No, 28 Days. No.
Yeah, right? Isn't it?
Is it something like that where the guy gets stuck under the boulder?
Yeah.
Based on the true story.
And he cuts his own arm off.
Oh,
And,
yeah, I saw that movie where he
that
pees
goofy-
and drinks the pee.
Who's the
Yeah,
goofy
James Franco.
actor?
James Franco.
127
Franco.
hours.
There you go.
That's
Yeah.
it. But yeah, where it's like sympathetic accessory or whatever, like sympathetic feeling, where you
Yeah.
see it, you feel it because it's so
No, it's
like,
just-
you were
it's-
getting that or
It's fucked up looking.
okay,
Yeah.
it's just
It's disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
All right.
Just be prepared
Is it
for that.
as disgusting as Hancock, where he shoves another man's head up someone else's ass?
On that same level. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is this like disgusting, like the opening song to an episode that you're currently listening to?
Yes, that was quite graphic.
Okay, well.
But yeah, so I would say anyone who's a fan of like horror movies, gory horror movies, and superhero lore, I would say give it a watch. It's not the best movie. It's actually kind of funny in some parts too, so it does have some comedic relief. But yeah, I would recommend it.
So it has some yucks.
Without spoiling it.
Do you
I would
agree?
recommend it.
Does it with the audience score or the critic score?
Audience score. I'd say 73%.
So it's like a
not
C
that
minus?
bad. It's not. Yeah, it's good. And it's not too long. So if it was longer, it would open itself up to be shittier. But it's an hour and a half long. So
Fair enough.
then we have some movies you watched, or actually shows. Catch-22 with the Kloonster.
Oh, with the Kloonster. This is one of those, it's a period piece based in World War II, Catch-22. It's the unfilmable movie, and well, it's actually a book.
Is it unfilmable because they filmed it? It's a show, so technically it was filmed.
Oh,
so
I
it's
know
not
it was
unfilmable.
filmed. It's considered unfilmable because if you watched it in order, it would just be a guy whining about not wanting to do his duty during war.
So
It'd
this
be
is
kind of boring.
a story about Noob-Noob.
Pretty much.
Just bitching because he doesn't want to do his job.
Well, it
'Cause-
has pretty good tomato meter, 85%.
Well, okay, so it's a satirical novel written by Joseph Heller in 1953. I have read the book. I'm a fan of the book. A Catch-22 is like an obstacle you can't overcome because there's a rule that says you can't do it. So, like, if you're insane, you'd have to be insane to fly missions where people are shooting at you and you can get shot down. But if you're insane, you should get out of the war. But you can't be out of the war because you have to be sane enough to...
You shouldn't be flying a plane.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So you're not really insane. You're just pretending.
You're just crazy.
So what's weird is the book itself is a dark comedy and then kind of turns into like the horrors of war and like a critique on war. I have no idea where they were going with this show. Like the show was, if you're a fan of the book, yeah, it like hits all the notes of the book, but it doesn't. It's not nearly as funny as it should have been.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Whole thing. 6 episodes.
And you still don't know where it went.
It does not 100% meet with the novel, so theoretically they could have a season 2. I hope they don't.
So even though they left it open-ended, as in they didn't finish the story, you're
Correct.
still like, please don't finish the story.
Please don't.
That's horrible.
Yes.
That's completely opposite of the 80 whatever percent that
got a huge A-list
was on
cast
Tomatoes
too. Like, well, that's the audience. If you looked at the tomato meters for Catch-22, you'd see there was a big differential between between what the actual fans said and what the people who watched it said. If only someone would put it back on Catch-22. Oh, geez, how hard is that? Audience score gave it a 78%.
Huge difference. Huge.
It's certified fresh. It's 85% by the critics. That's only 52. So here's what I would say. I think if you aren't familiar with the book, which I would say 90% of people probably did not read the book and they're just like, oh, I'm just going to watch this. It was fine. The lead actor, I kind of found him to be obnoxious and annoying. He was just basically a coward, if you could tell me who that was.
Christopher Abbott?
Yeah, but it dropped some heavy A-list stars on it. George Clooney, Kyle Chandler.
That's it.
No, there's more.
Hugh Laurie?
Yeah, Hugh Laurie's in it. Kevin J. O'Connor's a bit. He's been in tons of movies. Who else? There's a bunch of other kids who are like unknowns, so it's weird. It's like a mix of A-listers and non-A-listers. And I forget, does Clooney direct this thing? I think he does.
He's
I know he's an executive producer.
He might direct it. I'm
I
not
don't know if
sure.
he's directed. Has Clooney had a lot of good directing gigs?
What's the one movie he directed? The Men Who Stare at Goats. Like he does seem to like military espionage type stuff.
But they're usually weird things, aren't they?
Well, that Men Who Stare at Goats is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that. That was very weird.
He's I thought it was actually well directed.
But his wife is beautiful.
Is she?
Yeah. What's her
Yeah,
face?
he directed 2 episodes, the 4th and the 6th one.
The first, the fourth, and the sixth. No?
Nope,
So he didn't direct
4th,
the whole thing.
6th one. 4, 6,
Okay. He
4.
directed 2
So it's just
episodes,
a few of them.
and 6. Oh, he directed The Ides of March?
apparently. And The Monuments Men. He directed that
Yes.
too, which people
Good
said
Night
was
and Good
boring.
Luck? Oh.
Yeah, he's directed a handful of
He
things.
also did not direct the movie that you talked about.
Good luck
What
with that
movie?
one.
The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Oh, he just started
He
it?
was just in
Yeah.
it.
Oh, well, fine. I'm wrong.
Whatever.
Suburbicon.
Because we've never been wrong before.
I know.
Because that's never happened.
So this is like one of those award-winning shows, though, where people are going to be like, this has won some awards, and people like it. It's a little pretentious. If you like a World War II drama, yeah, it's kind of cool. If you want it to be authentic to the book, not so much. I thought the book
Jinx!
was way funnier than it was in the show. Like, there's like some really absurd shit that happens in the book, and they show it. I mean, it matches. The tone doesn't match. That's my
But
biggest
they
critique.
don't do the book justice.
But it's always been noted that this is an unfilmable book because they've done like 2 or 3 movies of it. Like, it's really
so
difficult.
They should have left it unfilmed.
Probably, but George Clooney was like, I want to do a World War II thing that's really challenging and blah, 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 blah.
Wrong.
Yeah. I mean, at one point, this isn't really a spoiler, but the lead character refuses to do missions. Like, he refuses to wear clothes anymore. And you would think that was really funny that he's on a military base and he refuses to wear his clothes, but it's not funny at all.
Oh.
It's funny in the book.
They're like forcing the fact that he's trying to get himself kicked off.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. I'm sure that his character Yossarian was did you ever see MASH where they have that guy like
Klinger
who's trying to get? I think that character is based on.
He's a Klinger, but not funny.
Correct.
All right.
It should have been funny, but it wasn't.
Put him in a dress, it would have been great, but just running around naked now he's just crazy.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Now he's just a
and
crazy guy.
scaring people, and they send him up in the plane with no clothes on. So whatever.
Well, I mean, it gets hot up there, I guess.
I mean,
Just
that's
make
what
sure you
Noob-Noob
grab
said.
the right joystick.
Well, he does get his balls shot up. So.
Why do you think they call it the cockpit?
So next,
Wandering Earth was a movie that no American saw, but everyone in China did.
it's like the 3rd top grossing movie in the entire world. Did
Yeah.
you know that?
So I know it now. It made 700 million worldwide.
What's this?
5 million of it
Wandering
is from
Earth,
the
and
United
it-
States.
Magically dropped on Netflix a couple weeks ago.
This is where me and every one of our listening audience have something in common. We have no clue what this is.
So
Why is
it's-
this even on our episode? Why are we even talking about this?
Because it's the 3rd biggest movie in the world, and it magically dropped on Netflix.
And nobody cares.
But that's the point, is that it's the 3rd highest grossing movie in the world.
So should I care?
If you liked Armageddon,
Has anyone seen it?
about 1 billion people in China did.
Has anyone in this country seen it?
Enough to pay $5 million. And whoever watched it on Netflix, and me!
You watched it.
I did.
So is it worth watching?
If you like Armageddon,
Is it Chinese Armageddon?
it's Chinese Armageddon. Except it's cool because it's Chinese and it's a little bonkers. So, like, Armageddon's a little bonkers because we're like, yeah, we'll take some oil drillers and we'll send them up into space and they'll probably be able to blow up an asteroid, which is actually worse than trying to do something else with the asteroid. Like, blowing it up is a bad idea, but whatever. It is what it is. We'll use nukes. That's the U.S. way. Guess what China's way of saving the Earth is?
Godzilla!
I wish, but...
Japanese,
It's-
motherfucker.
What? It's a Chinese movie. It's not Japanese.
Godzilla's Japanese.
Well, that's what he said.
Yeah, well, he's racist.
Okay, well, fine.
Okay.
So, will the Chinese decide, you know what? Let's just move all of Earth. It's in the way of something else. Let's just move it. It's cool.
Passive aggressive.
They have to, they literally, the whole plot is they have to shoot the Earth around Jupiter to get out of the solar system because the sun is expanding and it's going to burn the Earth to death.
Yeah, that sounds insane.
Yeah. So they strap a bunch of motors to the Earth and they're like,
And
let's
just drive
go.
it.
Let's
And
just drive it.
So they turn Earth into a rocket ship.
Yes, they do. It's
the fuck?
fucking bonkers. So it's a fun movie on that sense. I think the acting is, like, the special effects are pretty damn good. It's almost as good as any Hollywood movie. So I found it to be amusing. I would recommend it if you like a disaster movie and you're okay with English dub. I thought it was pretty amusing. But I also, if you could get through Armageddon, you can get through Wandering Earth.
Yeah, I want to see it now that they turn Earth into a rocket ship. That sounds awesome.
They just strap some rockets to Earth and they're like, let's go. There are some very distinct Chinese cultural references, but it's still good.
Is this the song?
I still
fuck.
want you, babe. I want you to swallow me.
What the fuck?
Take it in your hair.
Spread it everywhere. No.
Keeps it soft. I'm gonna take you in the back door.
It's not even rhyming at this point.
It doesn't matter. It's beautiful.
Gonna chisel you in the face.
Okay.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
So, speaking of Netflix, Lucifer is now on Netflix because it got saved from its cancellation.
One of the
Fox.
few shows that gets saved.
Yeah.
The Neil Gaiman written show, right? Isn't it based off of his novels?
Yeah, it's off of the... No, it's based off a comic book. It's Vertigo.
So I started watching Lucifer in season 1 and gave up right away in season 2.
I
'cause
gave
it
up
got dumb as
immediately
fuck.
after the second
It was
episode.
horrible.
Why?
It got
It's
so
fantastic.
bad
No.
right away. It was so dumb.
And it was on
stupid.
Fox, and there was no nudity.
Horrible. Is
Well,
it
yeah,
any
there's-
better on Netflix?
well, I liked it from the get-go.
Well,
and
you're not the fucking one to go to for this then.
Well, hey, the audience score, 96% out of 81 people. Just saying.
Oh,
Is for
and
the-
wait, how
for
many
all of it or
reviewers?
just for
Six.
season 4?
6
So-
reviews at 100%.
Do I need to go through season 1 through 3 to watch season 4?
Not really, no.
I know we're really lazy and we don't actually like to participate in Rotten Tomatoes.
In anything,
But
actually.
come on, man. There's only 6 reviewers for Lucifer.
Because only 6 people watched it.
All those Lucy
All
fans.
right.
I thought it was good.
And they all stole the reviews from someone else anyway, so it's not that big a deal.
Pretty much.
So we just don't bother to participate. We'll just, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, if you liked seasons 1 through 3, you're going to like season 4.
Like or love?
Live.
Live?
It's in between. It's in between like and love. Like
It's
of.
like I like you.
It's like
Yes,
it's
I
like
like you.
when you spend time on the taint, you're
A little bit.
It's taint your balls, but taint your asshole.
Has Scott been
You know,
overly
kinda like
sexual
in
recently?
between the two.
Very sexual.
It's
Yeah.
it's just kind of like right in the middle.
I was trying to keep this PG-13 with the likes,
Still
but-
a little pleasure, but not so
I
much.
stopped being Bruno, then
and
he goes
only
full
good when
rapey.
you wash.
So Lucifer, if you liked it, keep on going. If you didn't,
Yeah, it deals with the ramifications of the season 3 ending. That's why I was so pissed when it got canceled, because it was like a paradigm-altering reveal. And Tom
he
Ellis,
wasn't actually Satan. He's actually Jesus.
Yes.
Oh wait, so he's not actual the Lucifer.
No, he is.
It doesn't matter.
The
We-
revelation is
Isn't
the main girl, Chloe, finally sees him as the devil.
Again, why she couldn't see
Again.
that from the first episode that we saw?
Why? Why? Because they did it at the end of season 1 and the beginning of season 2. They had her have some sort of like mental prolapse.
Yeah,
So
she- yeah.
she ignored it and so now he had to go see a fucking therapist to be like, I showed her my face and she ignores it because she never actually saw it. And I guess there's a mental block. And
That's stupid.
it's so
move
fucking
on.
dumb.
Yeah, watch it if you like
So
Lucifer.
fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
But John Wick is another thing I saw,
Wick.
and that was fantastic. John
Lick,
Wick
lick,
3,
lick, lick, lick my balls.
Parabellum, which means prepare for war.
Oh, you actually did look up
Bitch.
the Latin.
Well, they say it in the
Wow,
goddamn
he
movie.
actually looked it up.
What's the first part of Parabellum?
That's really loud.
They say that in the movie too, but I don't remember that.
That's because you don't know your Latin.
Yeah, I don't know Latin. It's a dead language for a reason.
It's
You're-
not that dead.
You're about to become a dead language.
It's pretty dead.
What do you mean? People use it in scientific stuff all the time.
Science is dumb.
Oh, okay.
What are you, a politician?
Yes. Huge. But yeah, John Wick 3 was fantastic. Some people have still not seen it. Yes, there's lots of bullets. Following the events immediately after Chapter 2. And this definitely probably doubles the action in Chapter 2.
Doubles down on action.
Oh, it's ridiculous, the amount of killing he does. It's absolutely insane. The
Keep
fight,
the change,
fight
you filthy
choreography
animal.
is on point. There's probably 2...
Did you know that the director of John Wick, do you know who he used to be?
Not a clue.
He was Keanu Reeves' stunt man in the Matrix movies.
Really?
Yeah.
So as a stunt guy became a director.
Yeah, good
That's
for him. And
awesome.
John Wick those movies are well directed. I enjoy them thoroughly.
Dude, I just caught a video again today of him training for these movies.
Bonkers.
The dude is insane. The dude is so good.
Oh, he does 90% of his own stunts.
Oh my! I mean, talk about somebody who's dedicated and done things right. And that's the coolest thing about Keanu Reeves. Even in like life, he's just the perfect dude. He's the perfect celebrity. He's self-deprecating. He's
Super nice
fun,
guy, supposedly.
Super nice.
He bought ice cream just so that he could autograph the receipt. That's the last story that we heard. In fact,
Yeah.
Parabellum, which does stand for Prepare for War, is also used in context of Sivi Pacem Parabellum. If you want peace, prepare for war.
Yeah, they say that in the movie.
Okay, well, you didn't know it, so
Well, it's not called the
Hey,
full thing.
dum-dum.
It's just called Parabellum.
dum-dum.
But the tomato meter, 89%. Audience score, 90%. Critic consensus, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum reloads for another hard-hitting round of brilliantly choreographed, over-the-top action that fans of the franchise demand, which is right on point. There's probably 2 fight scenes that stand out like more than the rest, and they're absolutely fantastic.
Are people talking about, like, I remember in 2, they had that whole underground fight sequence that people were going bonkers about.
Yeah,
Does
there's
this have that as well?
yeah, there's a scene. Yeah, without talking about it, yeah, there's a scene like that.
Do they kill any dogs in this one?
They don't.
Can I kill a dog right now?
No.
Yes, please.
John Wick's gonna
I
be
mean, that's
really
the
pissed.
motivation because he, got his dog killed. Theon Greyjoy, right?
Yeah, I never realized that it was Theon Greyjoy.
You
until-
didn't know that was Theon Greyjoy.
Now I do, but I didn't.
At the time.
But yeah, the Halle Berry's in this. She's fantastic.
It must be so good because they already said that there's already a release date for John Wick 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
They already set up,
Already
go
release
ahead.
date.
Oh yeah, no, it's well, I can't give anything away, but since somebody
You could
hasn't
say that
seen
there's obviously he doesn't die. 'Cause He didn't
Yeah,
die in
he
any
does-
other movies.
He does not
yeah,
die.
We're not fucking stupid.
It's set up for another one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they said for 4. John Wick. The
It's,
zombie apocalypse.
it's making money. I don't know what the budget is, but the first 2 movies did not have a big budget. It's already made 120 worldwide. So it's definitely already made its budget back. But yeah, John Wick is
what was
fantastic.
the budget of the last one?
Like 30 million or something. Let me
Get
see.
the F out of here.
Let's see. John Wick
John
Chapter
Wickie.
2.
And
John
while you're-
Wick.
And while you're
Doesn't
looking
even
that
say.
up, I'm going to
Dave
go
will
ahead
tell
and...
you. Kill another dog.
John Wick
Are you really
1.
trying? What are you trying to make John Wick 5? Really? Is that what you're trying to do?
I would say anyone who wants action and Keanu Reeves, because that man can just do no wrong. He's fantastic.
Always. I mean, look at this guy's career. All the movies he's done, even the bad movies are good movies. Except for The Matrix. The Matrix just suck.
No, the
They're
first
horrible.
Matrix
The first Matrix is amazing.
is mind blowing.
2 and 3 are horrible.
Just bad.
Just bad.
The whole
But not his
Merovingian.
fault.
Although it's funny though, you talk about like touchstone like cultural moments.
Although, like,
And
Catherine
that's-
Zeta-Jones in that was fucking gorgeous.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Was that her?
No, the Merovingian's wife.
Yeah, the Merovingian. Who was
No,
that?
the one who had a completely see-through dress,
her
the
name?
plastic. She
Yeah,
had like
she was
a.
fucking gorgeous.
She had like a latex see-through
Yeah.
dress. It was ridiculous.
Carrie Ann Moss, the main.
No, the Merovingian's wife.
I don't know who that is.
God.
Just look up the Merovingian's wife.
Who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm going to look it up later when I'm playing with myself. It doesn't matter. But yeah, she's
Jesus.
fucking gorgeous.
She's the girl. She
But
like
yeah,
speaks
2 and 3,
Italian
2
in
and
the
3
beginning.
sucked. Horrible
Yes.
ass. But other than
Revolutions
that,
and-
everything that Keanu Reeves has done has been fucking amazing.
That's not Keanu Reeves' fault.
No, not at all. I mean, just everything he's involved in. I mean, Bill and Ted. Hello.
Have you ever
for years and
seen-
years and years? They're bringing back Bill and Ted. How awesome is that?
They are. So Keanu Reeves movies. What have you seen, Noob-Noob?
Have
Have you ever seen Speed?
Speed, yeah.
The Matrix?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Point Break?
Yeah. Seen Point Break with. Yeah. They surf. And they wear the masks and they do the robberies.
I wasn't ready
Sure
for
about that?
I couldn't hold it.
You sure?
Yeah. Point Break's good. I saw the remake too.
What are the masks of?
I forget.
You didn't see it.
And he's super hot right now because the preview for Toy Story 4 came out, and he's one of the voices on there, and people are freaking out about it. And then people are freaking about his new Netflix movie. He's not the star of it, but he makes a cameo where, who's the actress? Is it
Ali Wong?
Ali Wong says something about like she had crazy, freaky anal sex with somebody. And then Keanu Reeves shows up and like the two of them are so freaking hot. What's the name of the movie? Maybe, Always Maybe?
Always Be My Maybe.
Yeah. So that's coming out. Like the dude is just on fire. He's
Yeah.
but
Well,
he's
he always
I think
has
he's always been a great actor. I liked 47 Ronin.
And everything you've seen. Oh my God. Yeah, there's an underground one. What about Last Samurai?
That's
that was Tom
you
Cruise.
piece of
Tom
shit.
Cruise. Also a good movie, not Keanu Reeves.
Nah, Keanu Reeves.
He was
But
the
that
voice
was
of
a good
Keanu, the cat.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Was he like meow? Scroll down. What else does
No,
he have?
actually, Z, who was more like meow.
Knock
Did you
Knock,
see it?
No,
where
no,
he
but that
gets
was his
raped
voice.
by
He was
really
like-
hot girls.
He was like meow.
An Eli Roth production.
Yeah. Man of Tai Chi.
Knock Knock.
He
Definitely.
did The Day the Earth Stood Still. That's
That
a
movie kinda
crazy
sucked.
movie.
Guys.
Constantine, I enjoyed.
Street Kings, that was okay.
Guys, tonight when the girlfriend goes to bed, go to the other room, take your laptop, and put on Knock Knock. And just
Hardball, that's pretty good.
I enjoyed The
Replacements?
Replacements. Devil's
Replace-
Advocate is a classic.
Oh my God, I forgot about that one.
Speed,
Obviously.
course.
Little Buddha, Much Ado About Nothing,
Oh,
Not
he
as-
was in Bram
not as
Stoker's
good as Big
Dracula.
Buddha.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Point Break.
My Own Private Idaho.
He's in so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so many good things.
He's just been, known as I don't know. People used to call him Wooden, and now he's just a great actor. He's
Well,
done a great job. He's Keanu.
During the Matrix times, that was the only real thing he was doing was Matrix. So everyone was just like, he's Neo and nobody else, that's all he does. But when you look at before Matrix and after Matrix, everything he's done has been amazing.
Would you I think John Wick has really cemented his career as he's the man.
action star?
It's reminded everybody of how amazing the guy is.
But I don't think that John Wick is not the same character as Neo. I think
No.
they're different
No,
characters.
John Wick would
Very
fuck up
different
Neo.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, the guy does have
Yeah,
a
I was
range.
saying, he has a huge range. I was saying, if you look at his career from high points to low points, Bill and Ted, he was on top of the world. Matrix, he kind of dropped. People kind of forgot his name and were cornholing him into the Matrix row, where he's horrible. But Matrix is what did that to him. After that, he did a couple of things. John Wick has absolutely had a resurgence where people are like, oh my God, this guy has been amazing his whole life. He's always been amazing. Matrix is not, his fault at all. And I've accepted the fact that he's just a really cool guy. I mean, the Keanu Reeves on a bench meme was, that was going around forever. The videos of him training for John Wick. The stories of him being charitable and just being amazing to his
God damn,
fans.
he was born in 1964. He was born in Beirut, Lebanon. Dude, this guy is not the cat people think he is.
No, not at all.
Born in Lebanon, in Beirut.
His first name means cool breeze over the mountains in Hawaiian.
Oh my
Wow.
God, I wish I had
he
that
was
name.
he was the son of a showgirl.
My name means toilet paper.
Okay.
You never heard of Scott Toilet Paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
My name just means Z.
Yeah. Yep. Disappointment.
Just the letter Z. Zeta, the end all, the
Zebra?
end of everything. Xena. Xena's with an X.
Zeno,
Zebra.
princess.
Xena's with an X, not with a Z.
Xenomorph.
But it sounds like
Also with an X, not with a Z.
Xenophobic.
Also with an X.
Zenny.
also with an X.
Zenny is a Z.
No, it's with an X.
Grand Zeno from Dragon Ball Z. That's with a Z.
Oh, you fucking tricked us.
Please, no,
shit.
I hate you. No, so much.
Yeah.
There's no way that's a real thing. I'm going to look it up.
Grand Zeno? Yeah. It's 100%
It
a
better
thing.
be with a Z.
It is with a Z.
God. Now I want to change my
I
name.
hate it
Yep.
so much.
You should.
His little boo man.
He's
What
awesome.
would you change it to? Because K is not as interesting. That's from Men in Black.
K is not as interesting.
What
Q?
else? What other Q? No, Q's from James Bond. We can't use Q.
V?
Mr. T?
Oh, the V for Vendetta.
V for Vendetta. T.
You could be
Mr.
white
T.
Mr. T,
No, T was already taken by Mr. T.
but you could be the white version.
What about Agent J?
J, no, J, we can't use J.
M? No.
No, M's from James Bond.
N?
Don't want to use that one. You'll get in trouble with that.
Yeah. What about O?
Oh.
The big O.
The big O.
Oprah.
O face.
O face.
We're getting off topic here.
Well, what
B
else do we have to review?
For bonding?
B for bonding.
There you go.
Exactly. That's a
good
great
transition
segue.
there.
I'm retiring
Not
after that.
too bad.
That's
Well,
fantastic.
hold on there, Noob-Noob. Before you go any further, I have a surprise for both of you.
I don't.
Does that mean we
What?
can hold our horses, or do
No,
what are we holding?
I will kill that horse later. But for now, because we are talking about a special that is very heavily involved with the BDSM community, I decided to bring in our very own expert in the kink realm
We have an expert on something.
for the first time ever. So coming to us from parts unknown, actually the K101 Studios, which you can also find on ScottWillKillYou.com, I brought in Mr. NVT. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well, guys. Thanks a lot for having me on. And I really have to say, damn, that's a shame that I'm your expert. I mean, I wouldn't call me an expert. I run a podcast, and we've been hosting a month for the last 10 years in and around the city of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. But I don't know if my mother would say I'm an expert at anything.
Well, in this small room, you're the most experienced of any of us, so we'll give you that much.
All right. I can do it.
But I figured that since we're going to be doing a review on this show on Netflix, we'll go ahead and bring you in to help us along and give your review as well. So, Noob-Noob, how did this show do on Rotten Tomatoes?
What show is this?
This is
yes.
Bonding on
It's
Netflix.
Bonding, about bondage, about bonded people that are
Are we talking about notary public's bond?
Yes.
Or are we talking about
notary
bonding, like bonding people in friendship?
In this show, they get the notary bond stamp and shove it up their ass, and that's how it gets sealed sexually. Anyway, so Bonding is a season 1 show from the 2019s of Netflix about sex stuff, and the tomato meter has things and 11 reviews. That's a lot, just like.
That makes us 12. Woo!
Yeah, so we're the 12th review. The tomato meter is 64%. Audience score with 157 reviews is 80%.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good. The critic consensus. Ooh, this will be fun. This is a lot of words. So though Bonding's juicy spin on friendship and sexuality boldly treads in uncharted territory, like my asshole, the show's writing too often teeters uncomfortably, like me at band camp, between bewitchingly funny, bewilderingly underwhelming to make it truly satisfying, unlike sex with me. So there's that. I don't know why I said all that.
No idea.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Honesty works for you. So since these two guys know so much about this show, Mr. MVT, can you fill us in a little bit on what this show is?
It's a great show, actually. I liked it. It certainly it left something to be desired. I think they have a great opportunity to, if Netflix picks it up again, they can bring it back and really expound upon the initial material. The show's about a girl who's a dominatrix. She's actually doming her way through school. She needs an assistant, so she taps her friend from high school, the guy who took her to the prom, who happens to be gay. And the actress is absolutely gorgeous. The guy he's relatively funny.
Is he gorgeous?
Nah, I don't think he's gorgeous. I think he's relatively funny. But the setups, the situations that they get in can be very accurate in some forms of the BDSM community. I know they brought on at least 2 dominatrixes to act as consultants when writing the show. I don't think Netflix gave the show a lot of money. They did not have a long budget or big budget because the show's only run 17 minutes and there's only 8 episodes. So it was hard to kind of get invested in the characters, but I liked them.
Yeah, it did seem like Netflix was definitely trying the show out. It's 7 episodes, 15 minutes long, very quick, not a whole lot of time to get to know your characters or get used to them or anything like that.
That's what I felt.
Yeah, I do really like these lead two characters, Zoe Levin and Brendan Scannell. Not a whole lot of work behind them, but I think if this thing gets some legs, they've definitely got a future.
Dem legs. Getting some legs.
Getting some legs.
Shit. Zoe's got some legs. I don't know if you see her in the last episode. Holy shit.
Is she naked?
No. No, they stayed away from the naked. They stayed away. I mean, the best that you get, I mean, don't get me wrong, you get to see every inch of her body because she's wearing a great latex suit in one episode. She's in tight leather clad for the rest. Yeah, she looks fine.
Well, she's not underage, so Scott's not interested. So he only likes orgies of underage girls named Sabrina.
Boys,
knowing Scott, actually, near the end, there was a penguin wrestling scene. I'm sure he'd have gotten involved in that.
I actually enjoyed penguin wrestling. I actually think I'm going to have to get a penguin outfit for Noob-Noob. We're going to have to go penguin wrestling.
Sure. How many fingers is acceptable to shove in a penguin's ass? That's just my question
When
for the
it's
day.
you, it's the fist.
Okay.
Is it penguins on ice? Is it penguins on ice, or is it just penguins like sumo penguins? Like, what kind of penguins are we talking here?
It's a big felt penguin costume. The guy just likes to wrestle in it. It's funny. It's a really funny scene.
Yeah, actually, I think Noob would be better in a koala costume. Or maybe a marmoset?
I don't know what a marmoset is. Is it cute and cuddly?
But so far, we're still waiting to find out if there's going to be a season 2. Mr. MBT, what do you think? Do you think we're going to be coming back for this one again?
Well, I think with the success of the show that they did previously called Sex Education, which was another great show, that kind of broke a few... They went across a couple lines when they did that show. I think that's what kind of... They had so much success with that show, that's kind of what gave them the impetus to be like, hey, let's throw a little extra money at this and see if this flies too. And as long as we don't have people running for the hills, we might pick up a second season as long as it gets trending. And I think it did. I mean, you know, would you say Rotten Tomatoes, the guests call it 80%? That's not bad, right, for guests?
That's pretty actually up there, pretty good for guests. Anything over 70 for the most part is pretty good. Even the critics at 64 is a positive review when it comes to, you know, unknown stuff like this.
Yeah, so I think Netflix took a flyer on it the first time, and I think they got a good shot at getting another run. Maybe we'll get half-hour-long shows and we'll get 10 of them. That'll be crazy.
That would be nice, that we could actually get to know these characters and actually feel for them. That was the only issue I had with these short episodes, was you never really got to feel for these characters, never really cared for them.
I had two problems with the show, if I had to say anything bad about it. Number one was 17 minutes is not a long time to get involved in any character or story arc, let alone stringing only 8 episodes along for an entire season story arc. I felt that was a little rushed, but I get it. The people who made the show did the best with what they had. The second issue that I had with the show is one of the big misnomers about BDSM is that you get into it because you have some sort of damage and that you're carrying that around. You got family abuse or some bullshit like that. And they pulled that old trope out, and they kind of gave the lead character, the dominatrix, you know, the reason she does this is because she's carrying some baggage. And I'm like, this is such bullshit. Like, you had a good thing going, you guys went and fucked it up with that. But they left it open-ended, so I'm hoping if they do pick it up again, they'll fix that.
So she don't like her daddy? Is that kind of one of those things?
Actually, it was, she did the whole football team or something along those lines, I think is what it was. And, so they gave her that whole, every time I had sex as a kid, it was just, I felt like it's what people wanted from me, so I always gave it out freely, and now I don't. Now I'm just a dominatrix. And, it's a tired cliche in our community.
It's like a trope.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad trope for people to have. I mean, a lot of people come to the show, have zero experience, or are afraid to admit that they have experience or interest in that community. Mr. MBT, for the housewives that listen to our show, which is all one of them, I guess.
Oh, boy.
Oh, where are you going with this?
Oh, jeez.
If you're coming into the show with no experience whatsoever in the community, in the kink world, is this a safe show to watch to get an idea of what to expect if you were interested, or is it completely, We all know what 50 Shades of Grey did. It's all lies and dangerous shit. But is this?
No, 50 Shades. See, that was the misnomer about 50 Shades. Is it's not that the things that were done in the show or that were done in the movie were incorrect. It was that the relationship that all of those activities were based around was flat out abusive. The biggest thing in the kink community is always everything is safe, sane, and consensual. It's a power exchange. It's a dynamic exchange. You don't just, you don't sit down with somebody on your first date and you're like, okay, this is what we're going to do, and you're writing out a contract. That's bullshit. Now, that's not to say contracts don't happen. That's not to say people don't, get involved in tying up or you're spending an entire weekend in a cage. Those things absolutely happen in some respects. But a lot of times, like my day-to-day life, my wife and I live a 24/7 BDSM dynamic, and we don't have a lot of that. Our dynamic is more power exchange. I tell her where she sits. I let her know what clothes she wears. But in return, I give her complete and utter care. She never wants for anything, which is, that's part of the exchange. So, and then, of course, there's, she likes certain things about being tied up, and you have this in the show bonding. You'll find a guy who wants to be in a cage. You'll find a guy who wants to be tied up and he wants to give away all that power and control. And yes, those things are accurate. In 50 Shades, it wasn't like that. She was there because she was manipulated into being there. And that's the part that 50 Shades got wrong and the part that bonding gets right. People are there because they want to be, not because they're, feeling manipulated.
So you're saying they were pretty close to real life with this one?
Yes. Now, they're close to real life when you go to a dominatrix. I don't know if someone, to your original question, I don't know if someone who's getting into the lifestyle or wants to dip a toe in the water or look around, I don't know that you should use bonding as an example as to what it's going to be when you start out, because I don't think that's true either. If you go out to a local munch where you hang out and ask these kinds of questions, no one's wrestling in penguin suits when you go out to a munch. Like, if you ever tune in a show, it's not like that.
You're right. I've never actually seen a penguin at a munch, although that would be impressive. I would love that. As a matter of fact, I think the next one I come out to, I'm going to bring Noob-Noob along with me in a penguin outfit.
There you go. I would say if you have members or listeners who are interested, don't watch. Watch bonding because it's funny as hell. I would say don't use bonding as your glimpse into what BDSM looks like. I would say tune into the Non-Vanilla Trist K101 podcast every Wednesday night.
Plug.
Shameless plug. That's what I'm here for, right?
Where does beard knotting or tying your beards together, is that a thing?
That's Viking sex. That's something very different.
Yeah, that's Viking sex. I'm sure there's a fetish for it somewhere up in Scandinavia. It's not very prevalent in my neck of the woods in Pennsylvania.
Only because your beard's not as good as mine.
No, nobody says. Fucking Scotty, everybody knows your beard is like epic.
Number one.
Sorry there, Scott. I guess no one's gonna
amazing.
Be willing to tie your beard together with you. Sorry.
So one other question for Mr. MVT. If I was to bring Noob-Noob by, how many different devices would you take across his backside?
However many he would be open to having.
See, now,
all of them?
What if I don't want to give consent? I just want you to take it from me. Is that also okay?
See, in a sense, then, that's consensual non-consent, and that's kind of a big kink around here.
Well, alternatively, though.
If you say, I want you to do it, but I don't want you to do it, where no means yes, then you are technically consenting, in which case, look out.
Like, my mouth isn't saying yes, but my eyes are saying rape me. Is that you catching my drift?
As long as we don't use a safe word, we're going to keep going.
The difference between me and Mr. MVT is if you go to his house, he's going to make sure you have consent, you have a safe words, and you're going to be safe. When you come to my house, you're in danger.
You'll be lucky if you escape.
Major danger, especially if your name is Noob-Noob. There's no safe words. There's no outs. The only way you're going to escape is if you remove a limb.
I thought that was Boon.
Boondock.
Boondock, there you go.
Oh, Scott, these are hard limits.
Hard limits. No means no, unless it means
no,
yes.
Scott.
That's where, to wrap it all up, we need the notary public that we can have our bonded notary public
to
sign that
bond me.
That's why you have safe words. Mine is aardvark.
Aardvark. That could easily come out of you at any time.
Sea cucumber.
Sea
My wife's safe word is mercy. Make it sexy.
That's actually kind of fun.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's got to be fun.
See, Noob-Noob's safe word is usually...
Can we do a whole episode with a ball gag in your mouth?
Yes. Yes. We're doing
sure.
another episode with a ball gag.
So do your episode over at Match Create Studios where we do the Non-Vanilla Trust podcast. We have ball gags over there.
Oh, jeez.
There we go.
Oh, that sounds like an invite, Noob-Noob. I think we're going. We're going to have a road trip.
Absolutely. You guys are welcome to come over.
Road
There we
trip.
go. Road trip out for a OrkU K101 crossover special.
Why not?
Now that'll be fun. So, Mr. MVT, thank you so much for joining us
Absolutely.
today. And of
Thanks for
course,
inviting me on.
go ahead and give all your plugs, your shameless plugs right now, where people can find you and what people need to check out. And then I'll do my shameless plug and we'll wrap this up.
Okay, if you want to try and find us, the K101 podcast is on YouTube. It's the Non-Vanilla Trist K101 podcast. The best way to find us is nonvanillatrist.com. Non-vanilla, T-R-Y-S-T, nonvanillatrist.com. If you want to find me on Twitter, that's the easiest way, at Mr._NVT. My wife's name is Non-Vanilla Trist. We call her NV. You can find her at SillyKitten815 on Twitter. Just reach out, ask questions. That's what we're here for. The show is live on YouTube every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Actually, the show's live every other Wednesday. But the shows are Wednesdays at 7, and then we rip the audio out, put them up on ScottWillKillYou.com so you can listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes, all the platforms.
Woo.
So, of course, I will be talking about you again at the end of this episode. ScottWillKillYou.com is the one place where you can find us, Mr. NVT, and tons of other content. So, again, Mr. MVT, thank you for coming out with us today, and hopefully we'll have something else we can talk about in the near future.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, you, sir.
Take care, guys.
And now I'm going to kill that horse.
I guess it was just one horse.
Nah, just, no, here's another horse.
What did these animals ever do to you?
If you were going to dress up as an animal, Noob-Noob, and get ball gagged, would you dress up as a horse? Or would you dress up as like the front of the horse or the back of the horse?
He would definitely be the back of the horse. I mean, come
Probably
on, look at the guy.
He's the back of Scott's
He
horse,
would
yes.
definitely be the back of my horse.
Probably a corgi. Yes.
Just
corgi?
straight up corgi?
Straight
hot
up
dog,
corgi.
just because you like the wiener part of it.
That's not a hot dog.
It's a wiener dog.
No, it's not.
That's a corgi.
A corgi's still
No.
kind of
Actually, no,
squat.
that's a Dachshund. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
but
That's a
corgi's
wiener
kind
dog.
of like a hairy...
Corgi, like it's a hairy
hairy
wiener.
hot dog.
It's a hairy hot dog. It's a hairy wiener dog.
Yeah, my hot dog.
You would
is
love that.
hairy.
I am so.
Yes, you have a hairy
Dude,
hot dog.
I'm gonna put you in a panda costume and wrestle you.
Okay.
It's gonna be
Panda costume.
amazing. A
Can
panda
I-
costume.
What if you dress as like a butterfly?
I
be too
think we
delicate?
can make that happen. though. I think a butterfly costume, a delicate butterfly,
So delicate.
which we just
So
get, like,
lovely.
a delicate butterfly,
Butterfree.
and
I
then
don't what? I don't,
What's
what
a
do-
butterfree?
we would
It's a Pokemon.
dress you like a butterfly, and then have it away. Come here, little butterfly.
This is okay.
So we've gone far enough off the edges of what we normally
So
cover.
much work. Scott really needs to get laid because he is pent up.
What are you doing later there, big boy?
So much sexual aggression. I need to not make his drinks too strong because he gets very rapey.
Well, we had some nice guests on today, and
That was fun. So if you
let's
like
wrap
what
it
you
up.
heard here this week, you can go over to Instagram at Our Reviews Will Kill You. Oh, no. Instagram is OrkU. ORK_U. You can go over to YouTube at Our Reviews Will Kill You. Go to Instagram. Oh my God, I'm repeating myself. Go to YouTube and search Our Reviews Will Kill You. Go to Instagram and ORK_U. Go to Facebook.com/Our Reviews Will Kill You. And of course, as always, you go over to ScottWillKillYou.com where you will find us.
Did you say Oreo?
Oreos. I'm gonna go eat some fucking
Or
Oreos.
you could eat some Game of Thrones Oreos
Game
and
of
some
Thrones Oreos.
regular Oreos.
And I'm gonna Tajirian all over Noob-Noob's face. ScottWillKillYou.com. Go there. You'll find us. You'll find, of course, Mr. MVT and the K101 podcast. You'll find the Doncast. You'll find videos. You'll find the Legion of Lunacy videos with Drunk Ghost Adventures and those effing models.
Drunk Goat Adventures?
Ghost. I said ghost. Do not put words in my mouth.
Goat.
Drunk Noob-Noob. Goat
I don't
costume.
know. I would totally watch Drunk Goat Adventures.
Only if it's Noob-Noob in a goat costume.
He's a goat.
Oh my
what if he's a
God.
ghost goat?
Dude, you are Goat Boy. Now that I look
What
at
is
you,
with getting
I
me
can
in these
see you.
costumes?
I don't know. Just because I'm gonna dress you up like a goat and hunt you.
We need to dress you up.
Don't we have burgers to
You
eat?
need to be a fancy
I'm gonna
boy.
dress you like a goat and hunt you down.
Some goat meat.
Like goat. I'm gonna have some goat meat.
I don't have words. I don't have words.
ScottWillKillYou.com because Scott will kill you with insanity.
Well, from all of us here, to all of you at home, from the OrkU family, have a pleasant evening.